Okay guys, here we go. I got my Ron Francis Cobra 75 wiring harness on. This basically goes to the distributor, which will go right there where that tape is once I get it in. Got all my fuel injection hooked up. That one over there underneath the fuel regulator was kind of a pain in the ass. Got this wire to the alternator. I don't have anywhere on my one-wire alternator to put that, so I might just cut that, put a little O-ring on it, and put it right there on my one-wire alternator. I don't even know if I need it because my regular wiring harness will have that. I got my BAP sensor hooked up here. This is for my O2 sensor. Way down there, right there, that's for my VSS that goes to my transmission. This is for my inert switch, so if I get rear-ended, my fuel pump will shut off. This goes to my throttle body here. So I basically got it all wired up. Took me all day. We had to drill a hole right there, you can see with that garment, and we had to pass all the wires through, got the garment in. So that was nice. And then in here, which I haven't mounted yet, I actually have the relays. This is what plugs into my computer, and there's the fuse box. Here's the power cord. This is for like testing and stuff. This is also for inert switch. So I don't know why I've got two. I'll have to do a little research why I actually have two cables, but I've got a plug here, so I don't know. We'll see how this works. Also, I was able to get my shift linkage in today. So it's park, and then I basically got that. So that's all hooked up to the tranny now. There we go. So that's all hooked up. So my transmission's hooked up, ready to go. Just had to figure out how to get my TV cable all hooked up, and we're ready to go. So we're still making a little progress. I still have to put my upper intake manifold gasket on, or not gasket, but upper intake manifold on with the gasket. But I wanted to leave it off here so I could kind of show you guys how this wiring harness, this is, like I said, a Ron Francis wiring harness. It looks really intimidating, but once you actually get it out and start, plugging things in, get your hole drilled over there, which was, it's like, oh my God, I got to drill this nice big hole in to get all this wiring through. But once you get it, it's not that bad. Hook things up, trace everything out. I was able to go over here into my donor car, pull out the sensors I needed, everything. So now this wiring harness, I have a plug, I have something that goes in every single one. This will go onto the throttle body. So I've got it all hooked up, ready to go. So I'm going to put the upper intake manifold on. That'll be good to go. Next thing is to wire the whole chassis, which I got that. I got the American wire harness, which is right there in that box right back there. As you can see, that's going to be a project in itself. This took me most of the day to do after a couple trips to Harbor Freight. So we'll just keep you updated.